This evening's radio play is the story of Dorian Gray, a physically beautiful man who wishes his appearance will never fade. His best friend Basil has painted a portrait of him that he has traded immortality with. That is, the painting has begun to disfigure and age as Dorian's outward appearance remains the same. But at what cost? Our protagonist has fallen into a life of debauchery and evil. In this installation, Basil confronts Dorian for his change in behavior. Without further ado, Danny Barry presents The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Mysticism. Fairly easy it is to take up its common power. And what is that power? That's simply that of making common things seem strange to us. I know these people. Well, they think they have known me. I have been more curious. At least I've taught myself to be. And yet I've not been really reckless. Once or twice during the month, and on each Wednesday evening while the season has lasted, I've thrown open my house to what? To those who are considered to be among the very best. And given what even they have acknowledged to be the very best, which is why they come. And also sometimes even to see me, or gaze at me in my own surroundings. The worship of the senses has often, and with much justice, been decried. Now, as I speak, out of time, history, past, present, me, experience itself, but not its fruits, there can't be many of us who've not woken up before dawn. Dreamless nights better than any death, when everything old is disorder, terror, flashing in the darkness, figures, faces, half faces, there they are. There they've gone. Shadows, flickers, unreal. Oh God, where is the real life we might have known? Could we know it? And yet we have to resume as if it took no place and it never mattered. There is this necessity, a continuance of energy in the same wearisome rounds of stereotyped habits. Open my eyelids to such a re-world. I tried to remodel a world. World of what? Objects? Perfume? Scent? Musk that troubles the brain, troubled already. And music, the strangest instruments to be found, either in tombs of dead nations or savage ones that have yet to survive and touch. Stones. Henry VIII on his way to the Tower with the jacket of raised gold. Elizabeth, James, the Duke of Burgundy. Embroidery in the chill rooms of Northern Europe. Time. What it has all once been. I can't be out of England long. For all that portrait to know who believes such things. Do I? Is insincerity such a terrible thing? I think not. It's merely a method by which we can multiply our personalities. What a way for a fashionable painter to travel. A Gladstone bag and an ulster. What is it all about? I hope it is not about myself. I am tired of myself tonight. I should like to be somebody else.
It is about yourself. I think it right that you should know that the most dreadful things are being said against you in London.
I don't wish to know anything about them. I love scandals about other people, but scandals about myself don't interest me.
They must interest you, Dorian. Every gentleman is interested in his good name. You don't want people to talk of you as something vile and degraded. Of course, you have your position and your wealth, but position and wealth are not everything. Mind you, I don't believe these rumours at all. At least, I can't believe them when I see you. Sin is a thing that writes itself across a man's face. It can't be concealed. People talk sometimes of secret vices. There are no such things. If a wretched man has a vice, it shows itself in the lines of his mouth The droop of his eyelids, the moulding of his hands even. But you, Dorian, with your pure, bright, innocent face, and your marvellous, untroubled youth, I can't believe anything against you. And yet I see you very seldom, and you never come down to the studio now. And when I am away from you, and I hear all these hideous things that people are whispering about you, I don't know what to say. Why is it, Dorian, that a man like the Duke of Berwick leaves the room of a club when you enter it? Why is it that so many gentlemen in London will neither go to your house nor invite you to theirs? You used to be a friend of Lord Stavely. I met him at dinner last week. Stavely just said that you might have the most artistic tastes, but that you are a man whom no pure-minded girl should be allowed to know, and whom no chaste woman should sit in the same room with. I reminded him that I was a friend of yours, and asked him what he meant. He told me. He told me right out in front of everybody. It was horrible. Why is your friendship so fatal?
Stop, Basil. You are talking about things you know nothing about. You ask me why Berwick leaves a room when I enter it. It is because I know everything about his life, not because he knows anything about mine. With such blood as he has in his veins, how could his record be clean? I know how people chatter in England. The middle classes air their moral prejudices over their gross dinner tables and whisper about what they call the profligacies of their betters in order to try and pretend that they are in a smart society and on intimate terms with the people they slander. And what sort of lives do these people, who pose as being moral, lead themselves? My dear fellow, you forget that we are in the native land of the hypocrite.
Dorian, that is not the question. England is bad enough, I know. And English society is all wrong. That is the reason why I want you to be fine. You have not been fine. One has a right to judge of a man by the effect he has over his friends. I know you and Harry are inseparable. Surely for that reason, if for none other, you should not have made his sister's name a byword.
Take care, Basil. You go too far.
I must speak, and you must listen. You shall listen. When you met Lady Gwendolen, not a breath of scandal had ever touched her. Then there are other stories. Don't shrug your shoulders like that. Don't be so indifferent. You have a wonderful influence. Let it be for good, not for evil. They say that you corrupt everyone with whom you become intimate, and that it is quite sufficient for you to enter a house for shame of some kind to follow after. I don't know whether it is so or not. How should I know? Know you? I wonder. Do I know you? Before I could answer that, I should have to see your soul.
To see my soul?
Yes. But only God can do that.
You shall see it for yourself tonight. Come, it is your own handiwork. Why shouldn't you look at it? You can tell the world all about it afterwards if you choose. Nobody would believe you. If they did believe you, they would like me all the better for it. I know the age better than you do, though you will prate about it so tediously. Come, I tell you, you've chattered enough about corruption. Now you shall look on it face to face.
You must not say things like that. They don't mean anything.
You think so?
I know so. As for what I said to you tonight, I said it for your good. You know I have always been a staunch friend to you.
Finish what you have to say.
What I have to say is this. You must give me some answer.
Come, Basil. I keep a diary of my life from day to day, and it never leaves the room in which it is written. I shall show it to you if you come with me.
I shall come with you, Dorian, if you wish it. But don't ask me to read anything tonight. All I want is a plain answer to my question.
It shall be given to you. You will not have to read long. You insist on knowing?
Yes. Now.
I'm delighted. You are entitled to know whatever there is to know. You still think only God sees such things? Draw back the curtain.
You're mad, Dorian.
You won't. Then I shall.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh, Dorian! Dorian, kneel with me! Kneel with me if you can!
Prayer comes too late.
Kneel with me, Dorian. Kneel.
Very well.